Gobble, gobble, gobble. It's Turkey Week. Joe Duffy's picks, one of the great runs in history. We'll talk about that in a moment. We got some free picks for you and literally the most important weather report of the year for college football and the NFL combined. Why don't we get to some free picks for you? First of all, we'll start out with the Eggman. Nope, the Egg Bowl. I am the Walrus. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Now, road underdogs off of massive offensive games, 162, 101, and 8. That, of course, would favor Mississippi. We do have, on VSiN, you probably heard about the short road underdog angle. And I like the software they use, the BetLab software, but I got better software than that. And I noticed that the short road underdog will occasionally go up against a home team momentum angle. And the home team momentum angle wins out. So when they conflict, we eliminate those. There's a couple different levels of the short road underdog, but there is one that does favor Ole Miss here. However, going with home teams off a dominant win, a very good play on Mississippi State, 598, 425, and 28. But one of our anti-splits angles, if in Game 6 or later, if a team is winless on the road against a team that is 500 at home and they're not getting more than a normal home field advantage of 3, the road team is very good under those circumstances, 307, 232, and 9. And when they have a worse overall record and they're not getting more than a home field advantage on the road after Game 6, the underdog is 459, 397, and 26. Now, again, one of the things that I do is I use the odds makers' knowledge against them. And essentially, when you have a counterintuitive spread relative to the straight-up records, I've said time and time again, I've been preaching this for years, going back to my score phone days, probably the most overused and the most deceptive statistic when it comes to sports betting, spread betting, would be a team's straight-up record. And you see it here where the team, Mississippi State, has a better record than Ole Miss does, straight up. They're playing at home where home field advantage is worth 3, and that's all that they're laying. Now, okay, you could say these schools are 75 miles apart, granted, not the normal home field advantage here, but the splits are even more pronounced. Mississippi State is 500 at home straight up. Ole Miss is yet to win on the road. So again, if you use nothing other than straight-up statistics, and of course knowing that home field advantage is worth 3 points, you would say Mississippi State should be more than a 3-point favorite, maybe about a 4 or 5-point favorite at least, but they're not. And like so many of our systems, the counterintuitive system says to go with Ole Miss. We are going with Ole Miss plus the 3. Texas Tech and Texas, home favorites of at least 9 that lost at least 4 of their last 6, a pretty decent play. 346, 282, and 11. Texas is allowing 8.2 yards per pass overall and at home, though Tech is allowing even more than that. At 8.9 yards per pass, the team's normally getting 7.9. Pretty good chance for Sam Ehlinger, who's, a good quarterback, having an okay year. We know he's capable of a little bit more, but against this horrid pass defense, look for him to really explode, finally have a big day. And despite being 3 games below 500, Tech is outscoring teams by more than 2 points per game, as 4 of their last 5 losses were by 3 or less. Now, this is one of the reasons why I do love computer software. 70 to 80% of my theories prove correct, and then, some other ones are washes. But in this case, I was a little bit surprised to find out there isn't an advantage. Usually, when a team is losing a bunch of close games, they're undervalued. When a team is winning a bunch of close games, they're overvalued. Found that there really wasn't much of an advantage either way there. But you could certainly argue that Texas Tech is better than their record. Still, all in all, I do think, kind of an underachieving Texas passing attack. They'll regroup against a rival where they really match up pretty well in the passing game. I do look for Texas to cover the big number here. More free picks of that important weather is coming up in a moment. Look, I've been on fire. Joe Duffy's picks, one of the great runs in recent history. As we file this report, 27-7 overall. Now, you might be watching this on Thursday, even, Friday. Our record's probably going to be better. But 38-15 in football, 16-3 the last 19. Thursday, NFL Game of the Year among 3 Thursday winners. We got 2 sides plus the Egg Bowl total. Friday afternoon total of the year among 7 college football on Friday. And we've got the Saturday late night game of the year among 5 wise guy plays in college football on Saturday. And I think, what do I got? Like 5, let's see what I got. 5 majors on Saturday. Promises made, promises exceeded, Joe Duffy's picks. Now the Apple Bowl, Washington and Washington State. Road underdogs off a massive offensive game, 162, 101, and 8. That would favor Washington. I guess I'll call that person back. Washington has won 7 straight in the series, all of them by double digits. Huskies dominant at the line of scrimmage. Washington State, this is why Washington's won 7 straight in the series, even though talent-wise, the series should be a lot more competitive. Washington, their brawn beats Washington State's speed. Washington State, their only chance, they've got to slow down Salvin Ahmed, or they're going to have little chance. And Anthony Gordon, we know he's been piling up a ton of yards for Washington State, shattering records. But he's mistake-prone. He's got 14 interceptions. So for Washington State to really have a chance here, they got to not throw interceptions, and they got to slow down Ahmed. I don't think that's going to happen. I like the points here. I like laying the points here. Washington minus the 6. All right, weather's going to play big factor this weekend in college and the NFL. First of all, college football. If you're listening to this on a Tuesday, Western Michigan, Northern Illinois, 67% chance of rain. Then on Friday, Iowa, Nebraska, 50% chance. Saturday, Indiana and Purdue, 64. Northwestern Illinois, 52. Ohio State and Michigan. Yeah, as some of you know, my son goes to Ohio State. Love Columbus. Hello, everybody there in Columbus, Ohio. But this game's being played in Ann Arbor, of course. But anyway, sort of my adopted team for now. Ohio State, there's a 58% chance of rain. Boston College and Pitt, 63. Notre Dame and Stanford, 62. And the Cal UCLA, 60% chance of rain. Wind speeds. Right, Western Michigan, Northern Illinois for Tuesday, 16 miles per hour. Friday, WVU and TCU, 17. The rest on Saturday, Northwestern Illinois, Ohio State, Michigan. Wyoming Air Force, Middle Tennessee State and Kentucky. Maryland and Michigan State, all expected around 15 miles per hour. Baylor, Kansas at 24. Notre Dame, Stanford, 16. UAB, North Texas, 18. Tulane and SMU at 15. Again, all these miles per hour winds. And a little bit more, Iowa State and Kansas State, 23 mile per hour winds. Army and Hawaii. Army and Hawaii, 21 miles per hour. By the way, I got a really big play on that game. Now, NFL. Sunday, Green Bay and the Giants, 56% chance of rain. Weather will be a factor. Tampa Bay and Jacksonville, 20%. I'm sorry, 20 miles per hour. 15 miles per hour, Tennessee and Indy. Washington and Carolina at 18 mph. Oakland and Kansas City at 16. Now, my bookie, which is one of the thoroughly approved and vetted sports books by offshoreinsiders.com, listen to this. $250 risk-free bet on the Bears-Lions, the full game point spread. Remember, got to bet this Thursday by 12:30. Bet the full game spread. Your first bet, first cash bet qualifies. These are straight wagers only anyway. Please enter the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y, to ensure you get the highest bonus. It's also your way of telling my bookie, keep supporting these free pick podcasts. And it also means you're going to get the largest sign-up bonus any single time that you sign up. Bitcoin is easy to make deposits, easy withdrawals. MyBookie.ag, please use that promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y.